Hey baby, what's good? And what is popping?
Where's that intro?
Bro, I don't have see every week I come to this place, my ginger just reduces and reduces. And it's not even because I don't love coming here, it's because of the nonsense that happens outside. Happy Friday. It's another Friday in this
wretched country.
wretched country. Okay, this country will forever be wretched until those people in power get out. And the only way they're gonna get out, let me stop before they go in DSS or whatever those people.
Block your bank account.
Before they start blocking my bank account. Before they start, invalidating my passports. What's poppin'? It's another episode of Jess Finesse Presents. I'm your host, Jess Finesse, and I'm here with someone very special. I mean, everybody that pulls up is special, but each person that comes in is special in their own special way. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we can't say ladies and gentlemen anymore. That's not people of the world, human beings.
You have to be all inclusive.
All inclusive. Respect the pronouns. We are here today with the none other D-Truce.
That's such a grand.
See, if I had gunshots, do gunshots. Bow, bow, bow. Don't worry, when we get money, we'll buy the little soundbite thing. But D-Truce.
Was good.
It is an honor that you're here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm happy you obliged my invite.
Why not? No,
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you dropped a project called Smoke Break.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you stop by and smoke some damn Gary?
You get me? I just chill out. I talk about life.
This is my type of smoke break.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my type of smoke.
And it's ideal. It's good enough.
Yeah. So
yes. Now it's flex.
Like the flex list. Play with me. Anyway. What's good, my G?
I'm good. Just
how are you feeling?
I feel good. Just working. Album doing good. Everybody listening.
What are the numbers looking like? If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, so right now on AudioMac alone, on the single alone, we're doing over 50K.
Come on.
And the entire album, hold on, let me open it. I haven't opened it. It's like every day in my email there's a new trend.
If it was me, I wouldn't be opening it. I wouldn't be looking at the numbers.
Bro,
anxiety.
I just open it like once a week. And today's Friday, right? So so I guess I'll open it tonight. But like right now, I know on AudioMac comfortably we're doing close to 100K.
Come on.
These are the actual on Apple, on Apple and Spotify separately, we're doing a little over 3K on both. Getting to 4K, 5K.
Congratulations.
So numbers are good. Thank you very much.
Is it an increase? Are these first week or like first couple week numbers an increase from the last project that you dropped?
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you feel like you did differently this time around that you didn't do last time for this increase in numbers?
So between my last official drop, which was the last album, Two Birds, One Stone, and now, I did a couple of singles. Okay. Collaborated a bit more. Because I've been collaborating, but it's just most of them haven't been coming out.
I be hearing your name all the time. I be like, people be inviting me to studios and like stuff. Oh, I was in the studio with D-Truce. I'm like, this boy is everywhere.
I've been working, bro. I've been working. So between then and now, I did a couple of singles. I was in a camp with the guys at Ijoya at the time. So we did a collaboration tape, put that out. That did some numbers. I did Mango with Bigfoot and Barely Any Hook.
Shout out Bigfoot. In your face.
Put that out. That did some numbers. And I guess the major difference between this project and the last project was how we went about the distribution. So we did a bit more pitching. We took our time because this album was ready by July, August, September. We were already in the mixing and mastering stage. Okay. Everything got mixed, mastered, finished by like January, February. So we took our time. And in all that, and in this particular period, all those months were pitching. So pitching for licensing, pitching for distro. We got one of the songs, a licensing and pop deal in Germany.
Congratulations.
So they're going to put that out very soon.
Do giveaway. Come on.
Let's hope that, the streams will translate to money in the bank, more money in the bank, and then we can do giveaway.
It goes good. I have a question. So for you as an artist, what are the factors that you consider when you're choosing the right distributor for you?
The first and most important thing for me is the customer service.
Okay.
Right? You have to be available with information because there are a lot of things that artists don't know.
Facts.
There are also a lot of things that artists know theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
You might read up, and reading up is great because you will learn a lot, but then at the end of the day, you have to actually go through
Bro,
the
sometimes
process.
Google is not your friend. You be wanting to read articles about music and stuff.
About
and
NFT
and it's like you need somebody to actually
go through.
practicalize it for you. Makes sense.
And it's funny because a lot of times with some distros I've worked with in the past, you ask questions and they don't have answers. And I mean, you can't blame them. It's just where the game is for a lot of people.
Okay.
So shout out to the distribution companies that actually go out of their way to make, the process easy for artists and to get as much information as they can so that you can have it easy.
So for you definitely need access to information from an ideal distributor. What other things do you look for in the ideal distributor?
Your track record, the people you've worked with, what you've done with them, how they felt about your service.
But isn't that something where you would ask the artist?
Of course, I ask the artist. Okay. Yeah, of course,
so
I look out for it. I look for reviews. Do you understand?
You.
You look for app reviews.
Okay. So information, track record. What else?
I guess this also is linked to track record. I guess your playlisting, your pitch power, your pitch game. Because that's what the game is.
So I've heard from distributors that and I hope we're allowed to speak about this.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still on time?
Yeah, you can.
Awesome. It's interesting because people will say that they want a distributor because, I want to be able to be on every single playlist possible. And then I'll be talking to distributors or I'll be talking to people that work at distribution companies and they're like, we can never guarantee that your music will get on any playlist.
Yeah.
So why look to distributors for playlisting capability if they cannot guarantee that they'll playlist you if your music just isn't... I mean, I don't know the factors that, make a editorial curator be like, you know what, I feel like putting this song on this playlist today. Oh, I don't like how this hook sounds. But the next day they can listen to the song and like the hook and then, put on the playlist. Like this playlisting formula P, I don't think is concrete enough for people to be basing
a lot of things
to be basing or be writing on playlisting. Because every day I'll be hearing a different story and every day I'll be hearing a different version of like what's the way to playlist. So why still want distributors that can
get you
they can't guarantee it. So why rely on distributors for that?
Okay. So I guess how it works is like being in a record store.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like being in a food market. The stuff you see on the front of the shelf would be the stuff you consider first.
Yes.
Now, whether you pick it or not now depends on how good the product is, which now comes down to you as the artist. How does your music sound? In the creation of Smoke Break, I was very intentional with a lot of the songs. Text My Ex, for example. The first time I heard it, when I recorded, I hit up TMX, so I said, yo, come and listen to something. He pulled up, I went to his car, we played it. And he said, this song is a Spotify hit. I said, yeah.
How do you know it was a Spotify hit?
It's the sounds, it's the sonics. I really can't explain. It's like how, for example, some songs make you feel like it's a bright morning. Mm-hmm. And some songs make you feel like you want to go under your bed and cry. And some songs make you feel like, yo, fuck everybody.
So you're one of those artists that believes that you can actually manufacture a commercially successful song.
Well, there are a lot of factors to manufacturing a commercially successful song, but creating it, it's intentional. It's art.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm of the belief that you can sit down and say, I want to make a song that
has the possibility.
Obviously, there's other factors that you can't control, but on the variables that you can control, I'm someone that you can sit there and be like, we can create a catchy enough hook, use a simple enough beat, structure the song ABC that makes it more likely for people to memorize it and stuff like that. Okay.
So once you do that and give that to your distributor, it makes it easier for them to pitch. So once they pitch, whoever is handling editorials, whoever is in front of it, they hear it, it's easy. I mean, it's almost like, come on, I've done everything right. Are you going to deny me? Do you get? Sometimes it's not as easy as black and white like that,
so
but like
actually
it increases your chances.
So actually like a formula to creating a hit song.
I believe there is.
Is there? Yeah, there is. Theoretically, there is. Right? But now the practicality of it is now what you determine.
Obviously, there are variables you cannot control. You cannot control fan reception. You cannot control
if people are going to charge you for airplay or whatever.
You cannot control things. But on your own end, I believe there's certain factors that you can incorporate that will make your song, this song bounces this way. This song is likely that if you play it in the club, the bass comes and it's going to make you dance or whatever.
Exactly.
Like I said, we are going to be having a smoke break. So it's a very important question to ask you. Yellow or white?
Yellow or white?
Yes.
White, because I like white shoes.
How can that be the reason why somebody is choosing white Gary?
White Gary is for drinking and yellow Gary is for swallow.
Yeah, like
white Gary is for suffering. Okay, that joint tastes sour as heck. My producer made me drink white Gary last week.
And
it was
nice.
the least enjoyable experience of my
Do
life.
you know, let me try drinking yellow Gary.
That's what I'm trying to try my knuckle.
The peer pressure has gotten to me. Let's try.
What
just
you talking
it's not
about?
bad. It's just less. Doesn't slap as hard as.
No,
slap
it doesn't
like-
need to
doesn't
be
slap
slapping
like-
anything. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
but that's the thing though. My taste buds are like, they're like conditioned to understand that white is for drink
And
yellow is for
But-
swallow.
Well, we're in a day and age where we learn and unlearn every day. Okay, this is a generation of wokeness. All right, so wake up and drink yellow Gary.
Mado.
Endorsed by Jess Finesse.
That's the quote for the week. Wake up and drink yellow Gary.
Okay, now
You know what? You
So
do
you-
the honors.
Okay,
You go first.
cool.
Just sorry, you're giving us biker vibes today. What's going
Oh
on?
my, it's biker vibes by force, so it's not even by it's by condition.
Is it because of traffic?
No, it's because of kidnapping.
Oh,
I won't be able to zoom.
Just
You know
like
that's
power
crazy.
back
Do you know?
now.
I saw this. I saw it online that so what they do is they kidnap you and then they get away via the waterways.
I saw that too, but I don't understand how that would work.
I mean, speedboats are like cheap to
So
rent.
are they
like
jumping
2K.
off the bridge? I don't like.
So
or
they-
are they going to a
I
jetty?
mean, they probably have their like vantage points, and you know they've planned it all out. I think
Because
that's too much.
because when I think
Like,
about
having
it,
a getaway car.
when I think about it, all the places that have had like kidnappings, like cases of kidnappings, especially on the island, there be
think
places
that's
where
too much.
there's easy access to like a speedboat or like the water.
Oh, so you've even gauged it.
Yeah, because like the places are like Ozumba. Like off Ozumba, there's a water. Yeah,
water.
there's Falomore Bridge. Falomore Bridge is
It's
just
by
so
like
explain
water.
it to me.
Um,
You
Admiralty Way.
hold
You
on.
can access Admiralty. From Ikoiling Bridge, water as well.
So
like,
I don't understand. Are they?
so it makes
I don't want to
sense,
sound like a dummy, but are they jumping into the water? Like, how are they getting from snatching you from the road in your car to getting into a?
I mean, you can get a speedboat just by Ozumba. People take boats from here to like the
it's not
mainland.
so she's saying, what is the practicality of it? So this is
And
what
they just
I
park
assume.
by the water
This is
now.
what I assume happens.
No.
They probably use those things in action films that they'll put in the handkerchief and pour your
See,
Oh,
is
okay.
is
And
true
your-
that's
and-
saying this, not me. Because I'm the one saying a movie.
and
I
then they
saw it
knock
like
you,
this.
then they knock you unconscious.
Yeah.
And then they now tie you up and bundle you into the boat.
So this is my
proof.
thing. This is my problem. So like, I don't think people really talk about. Okay, let me not say I don't think people, because I don't really talk to people like that no more. But this is how I'm gauging it. So I feel like people are not. When you're on social media, it's a bubble, right? So you be talking on social media. You come outside, nothing that you even talked about on that social media, you've seen it on the outside, seen it in the streets. So we talk about kidnapping every day to the point where like I be having anxiety. Like I'm this close to deleting Twitter off my phone because every day I get on Twitter, it's another kidnapping story, it's another this, it's another that. So I'm like, bro, I see this stuff on Twitter, but then I come outside my house and it's like it's chill, right? I need to, and part of me is just like, am I overreacting once I step outside my house because I come to work and I say, the reason why I'm on boots today and on helmet is because I'm scared of kidnapping, and people in my office are laughing and not taking it seriously.
Why are those people laughing?
Ayo, let me know who the people were laughing when I told them that I was scared about kidnapping. That's why I used bike to get here today.
I wonder who those people are.
I know one of the people. He claims he's sexy. He has a online magazine called Tefas. He was the one laughing when I said that, hey, I was scared of getting kidnapped today. Now, why is it so funny, Ayo?
No,
And that's
honestly,
even the reason why you're laughing.
No,
Because
I
feel
was insensitive about that, honestly. But I didn't realize how like, because I hadn't seen the news of like the people kidnapping in like on the island, like Admiralty and stuff.
Okay, yellow guy.
When I saw it,
It bangs, right?
It bangs harder
It
than
bangs.
white.
It bangs.
Harder than white.
Yellow Gary bangs,
It
boy.
bangs hard, like it tastes better. Like it's
Thank
just,
you.
it tastes better
It's a
because
flavor.
it doesn't
Come
slap
on.
as a high.
He doesn't need to slap. You shouldn't
I like
be,
it
you
because
shouldn't be violent drinking, Gary.
Tastes nice.
food,
That's
not
why I like it.
violence.
Come
It's not
on.
violent.
Food, not violence.
Thank you. Why would you be eating food and the food is fighting with you? Oh, anyway, I can talk about this thing till thy kingdom come, but that's not why we're here. Truce, if you can do us the honors of picking up the first fan, and let's get into
Yellow fan. Because I drank yellow Gary and he banged.
That's
Yes, it's
it.
not yellow.
That's it. He's already given us freestyle.
SanwoOlu and Lagos State have launched 500 units of first and last mile buses, which will be deployed to communities as alternative means of transportation in addressing the security threats posed by commercial motorcycles. So clearly know that.
Can you name me 5 security threats that Okada pose, please?
This sounds
I can name 2 from the top of my head.
Okay.
One, like lots of deaths and stuff.
Okay.
Because apparently, I don't know how true this thing is, but I heard that somebody went to like the ICU, I think that's what it's called, or the emergency room at one of the general hospitals, and most of the accidents they were caused by like Okadas.
Can I ask you a question? If these Okada men had better things to do, you think they'll be riding Okada? Number 1. Number 2. This thing looks like it's from a comedy episode, bro. Because they did BRT the other time.
No, honestly, I don't agree with this shit. No, I'm just trying to be
I know. But like, it's crazy. Like, how are buses supposed to solve the problem?
Have you seen the buses?
No, I haven't. What do they
They're
look
like-
like? Are they like
Are they
BRT,
white?
BRT reloaded?
I don't know if you can see. Can you see?
Oh, do you know them
They're
buses?
like really
They're mini buses.
Korope. I think that's
So are they going to
What
give
is
the Okada men
Korope?
these
That's what they
jobs?
call
These jobs?
That's what they call. You know these white small buses that are like
Shuttle
Like
buses.
essay buses.
yeah, those really
Yeah.
small
Essay
ones.
shuttle.
Yeah, that's what they call Korope. That's like the.
So is it the Okada men that are going to ride these buses?
I don't even understand the point of the buses. Like, so if I want to go to, for example, now I want to go to a hotel roundabout. If I want to go to Ademola Adetokunbo, and I am at 1004. Is this bus going to enter that road?
See, the problem I even have with these buses is that they're not even safe. They're so tiny. On roads, on busy Lagos roads where there's trucks, and people driving crazy, and then whoever is going to be driving this bus is probably going to be crazy as well.
Because they're going to still employ people that were
Okay.
driving buses before.
See, the thing about I need more threats that Okada pose. Okay, deaths.
Okay, then the second one that I'm sure of is arm robbery. Like a lot of people use Okada for arm robbery because it's easy to just maneuver and get away.
vehicle.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons.
Okay.
2 threats I can think of.
So, with the elimination of this Okada, right?
Yeah.
Will there be a decrease in death, and will there be a decrease in armed robbery?
First of all, they don't eliminate any nonsense things.
No,
They don't spoil
okay.
somebody's business for nothing. Because every day on this Lekki coming to work, I still take Okada. So like, I don't get where they banned the Okada from.
So I don't want to be insensitive to people who have lost loved ones and family from Okada, right? I'm not trying to do that. But that Okada is the best thing this Lagos do. Sharp.
Best thing. Like when Okada
Sharp.
was functioning, oh my god.
Sharp. And we now see how, our government comes and eliminates competition. Look at what happened with the Gokada CEO. That as soon as they banned commercial Okada, how many months passed they killed that man was murdered?
Oh, the Go-Kata guy.
CEO,
Yeah, that was really sad.
And
man.
let me
Very
tell you,
sad.
this their insecurity threat they're talking about. It's not even physical. It's tribal. It's tribal.
More like the insecurity of their pockets, because budgets go fall out now for
this
the
thing,
bus,
yes,
man.
now for 500 buses. Do you know
And
how much will I
off
pay?
you, they go share bar.
Buses that it will still will now go and compound inside the traffic. That's
Exactly, because you're putting more vehicles on the road that is not even good in the first place. Like, roads are not good,
we
they're
need
not
more
motorable,
roads.
and you're putting more cars, causing more traffic, causing more congestion.
First and last mile. What does that
that
mean?
name even sounds
No, I
scary.
think you're trying to say, like, it can go anywhere. Like,
From the first mile of Lagos to the last mile of Lagos. So
Or
this bus
something.
can carry me to like what's in that place?
I'm trying to...
Which place?
so it's going to
Shit.
be...
That's after mile 12.
I'm not familiar with those.
So right now, you're only functioning in like 8 zones. That's Ikeja and K2, which is zone 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oshodi, Mushi and Surulere, zone 2. Berga, Yaba and Oyingbo, zone 3. Lagos, Island, Aja and Ibejuleki, zone 4.
So they just skipped
no.
Ikoyi, VI, and Lekki.
No, all
They went
the
from
people,
Lagos
all the people
Island
that
to
live in
Ajah.
there now, they have cars,
Crazy.
they're good. They don't need your
That's
buses.
rubbish.
And all the poor people there, they should manage. You get. Should we check the next fan?
Yeah. I'll go next.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have fans.
She has fans.
You have fans.
Too many fans. They catch me.
Okay. Forced activism.
Mm.
Why do we always try to force people into caring about causes that may not directly affect them? I do you want to provide the context for this?
Okay. I don't know if you guys know. Do you know Melissa's wardrobe?
Melissa's wardrobe.
Yeah.
No, what's that?
I'm familiar with her.
You're familiar with her. She's like she's a stylist, a fashion influencer, but her influence is really mad. I
She's
think one
based in
time
the UK.
she's based in the UK, but her influence is really mad. I think one time she tweeted something about biscuits, some cookies, and it was sold out in Walmart. Like imagine cookies getting sold out, just like biscuit tweets about Maryland, and you go to a banner, no more Maryland. They don't even have in stock. That sort of thing. She's that influential. So basically, she was being dragged because someone posted a screenshot of like a conversation that she had, basically telling her that the reason why she's not really championing this free Palestine. Is it Palestine or Palestine?
It's Palestine.
This Palestine thing.
Sorry, is any way your mouth can pronounce it, I think.
That's because when they mispronounce your name.
Yeah, so
they
this
don't
Palestine
care.
thing, and she was like, oh, like, I don't know if you can notice. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm black. So like I would only champion like things that like.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, no. So basically, the babe, like, I can't really because of I don't think
So what's the summary of what she's trying to
Basically,
say?
I don't think she said.
Summary was,
I guess you can see I'm black. Like I don't think she said it like that.
She said, babe, not sure you can tell, but I'm black.
No.
Someone that replied and said, and so you must only speak about black issues. You're also human, hon, and this is a humanity issue.
But
Innocent children are being murdered.
But there'll
She now
always be someone
said,
that's.
I would fight for the causes that directly affect me the most.
Oh,
She actually said that.
Okay.
The
You're
same
right.
way I'm sure you're fighting for this hard cause.
You're right.
It directly affects you. The situation in Palestine is extremely complex for those who have no experience or understanding as to what is happening. I'd rather take my time and understand and feel and understand the discourse than rush and say something to please people that could be disrespectful to Palestine people or Jewish people.
Okay, I have a question. Truce. You have 11,000 followers on Twitter, right? Have you ever felt compelled because of the size of your following to have to talk about certain social issues or like bring awareness to certain social issues or issues that affect
sensitive?
Yes.
Well, I've gotten a bunch of DMs a bunch of times about, oh, this is happening and you haven't said anything.
So people have actually.
People have.
And on top, you have blue tick. Damn.
Instead of on top.
People have. But what I do is, I mean, if I'm going to speak on anything, I research, right? And I feel like what is safest is don't just say anything. If you don't understand what's going on, you don't have to say anything.
Okay. So that means you are against the person. So
I'm against her coming out to say, I mean, that's she didn't come out.
No, hold on. Before you say what you say, hold on. Let me give you a small tidbit of context.
Of what happened, yeah.
So the reason why people even know that conversation exists, right? Is I think the person that was challenging the Melissa's wardrobe that, yo, why are you not talking about Palestine with your large following? The person, I don't know the gender of the person, screenshotted the conversation and posted on Twitter and said, everybody, look at Melissa's wardrobe.
Saying,
She said that she's not going to talk about Palestine because of, I don't remember exactly what she said, but they wanted people to attack the Melissa's wardrobe. Right? So I want you to have that context as you're talking about you, who is a public figure, who is verified, who has a large following, that people have come to say, yo, this is happening, you're not talking about it. Do you feel like it's justified for people to look up to people like you to have to amplify causes?
So I wouldn't say it's justified, but I will also not say that it's a bad thing. Or you have to do this just because. Now, if you flip it, that makes whoever the celebrity is the victim. Because now you're a slave to being a public figure. And then you now end up capping half the time and nobody's going to save you when you start losing endorsements and losing stuff because you said something you weren't supposed to say. When we were protesting, I was tweeting about, because I was in the middle of it. I was being shot at. I was being chased by police. I nearly got kidnapped in Abuja by the police. So like, I was tweeting because I was in it. But the Palestine issue, I can't tweet about it because I really don't know. I've seen some videos. My understanding of it is the Israelites are trying to chase the Palestinians out of their land because they believe that the land belongs to them based off of what's in the Bible and blah, 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 blah. Right? But then at the same time, if you asked me and my small understanding, my deduction of the situation is that the Israelis are bullying the Palestinians because, I mean, just allow them. They didn't do anything to you.
Mhm.
You guys have been coexisting. Yeah, even if I know there's some prophecy that says you're supposed to, but bro, old things have passed away. The same book that you're looking at that told you that this is your land still told you that old things have passed away. So allow it and everybody work together.
I said next fan.
Our next fan.
I'll cast you now. What do you? Can't be me.
Burna Boy. Twitter says Burna Boy doesn't have a community or a strong fan base like Wizkid FC and 30BG. They say his talent has little to do with his newfound success.
Okay, so let me explain what
Please
they
explain.
mean by that.
Oh, I understand what you're... I'm an
I
artist,
don't.
so I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
carry on with your explanation
No, please,
for
don't-
clear context.
Are you sure?
No, because I don't want to go off and cap.
Okay, so basically, on Twitter, yeah, this guy was talking about this American artist. I can't remember his name right now, but it's verified. I was talking about
Is
how...
it by verification?
No, I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm joking.
So it was like talking about Burna Boy and how like he's like one of the greatest African acts right now. Then some Nigerian replied him and was like, Burna Boy is not something. They're having an argument of how like Burna Boy, Burna Boy is where he is today, not because like doesn't have a strong fan base. Like he just has people that listen to his music, that sort of thing. So what amplified the whole thing was when Burna Boy now replied to the guy, I was like, just leave them or something that they are too they're basically two groups of people and they're psychotic or something like that. I just said they're insane, something like that.
So he was insulting Nigerians again.
Something like that. I just said those two groups of people.
He was insulting
those two groups
Nigerians
of
again.
people.
Keyword is again.
Two groups of people being Wizkid FC and 30BG. So
Oh,
that's where it came from. And that they are possessed or something like that. We're just saying like...
So he was calling their fan bases possessed.
Yeah, say that those two people are like... Well, if you're talking to someone that doesn't have... They're probably not real people or something like that. So that's why I think came up. I was like, oh, like, what are you talking about? Like, your talent was not what got you here. Like, at the end of the day, like, you've been... Like, some people were saying, like, you've been talented for, like, the past 10 years.
I'm very against
that talent.
The way Burna Boy talks to his fans based on some of those tweets I've seen. I don't support it. I find it very condescending sometimes.
But is he talking? He's not talking to his fans.
He's not talking to his fans. He's talking to people that hate that. Going back to focusing on the negatives as well, right? But I don't support. Yeah, people don't support. People don't like you. Okay, you're not the first guy, right? But that doesn't take away from the fact that Burna Boy has always been very talented.
Yeah, that's what they are saying.
I also kind of agree that yes, his talent has a lot to do with it, but it's not everything. Yeah. Now, rewind to what I said about playlisting and shelving, right? My music has always been good. But I wasn't getting the numbers I'm getting on Smoke Break for my other projects. Why? Because I wasn't at the front of the shelf, right? Same applies to Burna Boy. Everybody knows Burna Boy has always been good. There are people that doubted, normal. But I guess whatever has happened in the back end has happened in the back end, and now he gets better placements. Now he's signed to Atlantic. Do you understand? Now he's a bigger artist because he's a talented artist that just gets better placements now. So I would understand that person's point, but also that person might not even understand this, so he might just be yanning based on how Nigerians think that there's an angel that gives out blue.
One tweet that sounded intellectual, in quotes, that made sense. Like when I reasoned it, I was like, okay, this guy might have a point. I was saying, like Burna Boy's success is based off of the whole African giant. Okay, why am I so Yoruba, man?
African giant. It's okay, like, you're Yoruba now, my guy. There's nothing.
African giant.
That person does not understand what it means to roll out a campaign.
No, yeah, that's what the person was saying. That's what helped him, the branding and how the Western media is looking for someone to paint as the next like Fela or Nelson Mandela. That sort of thing.
Why didn't the person tap into it?
So wait, do y'all think Burna Boy has a strong fan base? Yes or no?
I think he has a
strong fan base.
I do think he has a very strong fan base.
I don't think so.
They might not be as vocal.
I don't think he has a stan base.
Yeah, I don't think he has a community. Like how do I put it? People that listen to Burna Boy because his music is.
I think he has. I think I heard inside. I think he has a
community. What do you call it?
Outsiders.
No, see, can I tell you something? You see that name thing, to me is bullshit because...
No, I'm not saying it's relevant just because...
Aside from that, because people say community, they view the Wizkid have a community. I don't think they do. They just have fans that are crazy about them because even the Davido
Okay,
and
but those
Wizkid,
people make up a community.
they make up a community, but like you can only call it a community if they have actively grown it and have the data.
Fam,
If you ask,
Wizkid is
Trust me,
trending every
day.
I
bloody
know,
day, and I don't think he's paying for it.
I'm telling you, no, he's not paying for it. But I'm telling you, it's a difference between fans that just love you and are crazy because they can be crazy about you and not make up a community. It becomes a community when it's something
they're
that
an
you
online.
have.
They're an online community. They are.
Okay.
When it's time to fight for Wizkid, all of them form
When it-
Voltron and
I-
start
I
fighting for
I
Wizkid.
think understand what I'm saying. If I were to say, okay,
Stop thinking like an emerging artist. Choose. We're talking about blown people here.
Like, see, but
We're talking about blown people.
we're talking about
We're not talking about
we're speaking blow. We're speaking blow.
building up brick by brick, fan by fan. We're not doing that. So, truth.
What's good?
We've come to the end of the pod.
Let's make a truce.
You say let's make it.
Look at this guy. So what we do every episode, I'm sure you're aware of this already, but let me remind you as you're on the hot seat, you have to put us on to a song. It cannot be from your own music. It has to be someone else.
Come on. Okay,
Because that's the easy thing to do.
Okay, let me open up my
So give your
library.
guys that one of your guys that needs spotlight or one of your people. Let me not say it's not just men.
Nah, I'm not. Yeah. So there are two songs that I really like.
Are we
right
allowed to
now.
give him two?
No.
No?
Has to be one because we're
Has
gonna
to be
play.
one.
We're gonna play it at the end of the pod.
When's plays at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, you should check out Lemonade by Rhea Sean. She's still young. She's still very new. A lot of people
Lemonade.
don't really.
That girl is so dope.
Yeah, and she's
I've
dope.
playlisted her song before.
And she's dope. And yeah, you should check her out.
Lemonade is a fire song. Once again, Truce, thank you for pulling up on me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Please, even though he's not allowed to promote his song, I'll promote it for him. Check out Run the Check. That is a song that is on my flex list from his album that just dropped called Smoke Break. Thank you for smoking Gary with us
Always a
today.
pleasure.
Hopefully you're able to push your album the way that you want. You get the budgets that you need. Congratulations on your new position at Aristocrats.
Thank you.
Hopefully you don't get in trouble that you said it on this pod. You heard it here first. Please don't blow up his DM. He cannot give you a record deal.
I cannot sign you.
He cannot
Leave
sign
me
you.
alone.
He can only work with people that are already signed. But anyway, you are now tuned in. What's up?
Who's in charge of signing artists at the record label?
I am actually the guy that brings them
You
in.
are?
PD is the guy that
Oh wow, I
signs them.
lied. Well, I guess you can hit him
Just
up.
lied.
I guess you can hit him up to be signed by Aristocrat Records.
Just expect your DM to blow up.
But yeah, you're now tuned in, or you have now just tuned in. You finished tuning in. You're about to stop tuning in to Jess. No, stop. You need to freestyle. Sorry.
Oh, come on, man.
All those lines you were dropping.
Let's do this.
give us-
Let's do this.
Let's do
I'll give you a word.
You give me a word.
I'll give you a word. I'll
freestyle
change the
off
word
of
again.
it.
No. I'll give you something.
No,
like
three
let's
words.
try.
Three words.
I don't know. So
Alright, let's go.
three words that have to be in it, or like just
No, give him 3 words that he has to like
Okay,
freestyle around, and then we'll end the pod.
get.
I'm at the gate like Bill. Just split 2 bills in my bag. And the style.
No, you
I'm
try.
horrible at
No, you
freestyling.
try.
See, I'm horrible at freestyling.
Practice makes
Yeah, I haven't. So the thing is, I don't
perfect.
practice freestyling. I just go in the
Oh, you have to
studio and I
practice.
make.
He said it at the gate like Bill. That was.
Yeah,
I mean, that was solid.
So I was trying to link
That was
it back
it.
to the split, to the Melinda and Bill Gates split. So let's
Yeah.
try it again.
Okay, give him Gates.
Gates.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was literally
You said it.
I'm at the gate. I'm at the gate like I'm Bill. There's no splits. 2 bills in my bag, and I'm still sick.
Come on.
Bowl in my hand. I never spill shit.
Come on.
Straight.
Come on. You're doing it.
Bowl in my hand. I never spill shit. Married to the game. Never split shit.
You tried. Okay, give him one word. I won't.
Give me another word.
Yeah. Okay, don't give him one.
Hey, you don't give me a hard word.
No,
though.
rings.
2 rings like I'm the champion. It's all nice. I love the podcast and the ambience.
Come on.
Great work, Jess. You're the fucking best. And I have a lot of talent that will bring me success. I guess.
Come on. Last word. Hand fan.
Okay. Hand fan. Behind the console, that's a sound man. Nice shoes, Converse, that's a mad brand. But life is a beach and I'm rolling in the sand, man.
That's it. Remove. You have now tuned into Jess Finesse Presents featuring Dustin Truce. Please check out Smoke Break. And we are out.
Bless.
Come on.